All right, welcome to live 100-day practice challenge, day 7. So if you're tuning in and you haven't completed your 7th day of practice, what I'd like you to do is watch the whole video, but don't do my recommendations until you day of practice, because I'm like your marathon pacer, right? We're doing 100-day practice challenge. I am your pacer, so this is the pace for those that are doing 7 days. So welcome. I'm going to start with the song while people hop on. I'm so glad you're here. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Step Up Your Drumming in Facebook. So woohoo! Go technology, right? So here's a little song to get us started. All right. That was a song called Oshun. It was taught to me by Judy Piazza. And she lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm from Michigan, and I did frame drum and tambourines and also kanjira class with her. I studied with them. So welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. If you want to say hello in the comments, I'd love to hear how you're doing. What's up with you? Just say hi so everybody can see each other. My family is here because, it's the pandemic quarantine, so we're all sharing a space. So you'll hear a little bit of them. That's my daughter, Io, and my partner, Josh.
Hi.
You hear them say hi. All right, so I want to show you these. They're saying hi. I want to show you my notes for today. So I was trying to squeeze everything in the margins, so it's going to be fun to read. I'm so glad you're here. Again, this is the 100-day practice challenge. Now, if you're just tuning in because you saw a song and you're like, whoa, Dee Dee's there, then if you're interested in developing daily or daily with occasional day off practice, and it's been a challenge for you, then please go to either Step Up Your Drumming in Facebook or the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, and you can watch day one and jump on board with us, because we'd love to have you. Even if you're a week behind, it doesn't matter, because I'm just making these videos to help pace you. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Kathy. Nice. Cool. Thank you for saying hello. And if I don't recognize your comment while I'm live, it's just because I've got two screens going. It's a lot. So I will definitely follow through afterwards and say hello and keep checking those out. Nice. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Nice. Cool. Let's see. Sarah, I actually don't have you on my list as committed, so I'm going to write you in. Nice. I'm glad you said hi. And yes, if you have been doing the 100-day practice challenge and you didn't write like, I commit last week, then just write a note now that says, I'm doing it. I'm here, because I have a list of everybody that's participating, because I'm going to call you guys all out. And I also want to keep an eye on you to make sure, you know, just to like check in. I'm sort of your pacer for your marathon of 100 days. And I'm also your sort of like coach. So I'll also check in and be like, hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a little while. Okay, so first off, if you can see on my wall, you see this white sheet. That is my 100-day practice challenge checkoff sheet. So if you have not gotten one of those and started keeping track, whether you made one yourself or whether it's on your computer or your tablet or phone and you're checking it off there, please make sure you have something. So last week I posted in the comments, and I can do it again, a sheet, and just check it off till you're on to whatever day you're at. Oh, nice. Sarah's committed. Kathy, you're committed. Oh, Jess just jumped on. Cool. Welcome, welcome. So make sure you have that. You'll need this sheet right here. I like mine on my wall. I sort of like analog style, but if you like digital, if you don't see it in the comments, the other place you can find that sheet is just by going on your search engine and putting in 100-day habit tracker or something like that. And you'll get these, there's a lot of different ones you can print out or you can download and access digitally. All right, so I wanted to call out all the people that have said they're committed, so that also you feel out there that this is a group. Like, we are creating a community, even though it's digital, and we will start to interact a little bit more throughout the challenge. So who I've had called out, I have Sarah, who I just saw committed, and I have Laura and Kelly, Melissa, Jillian, and Kathy. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We also have Kevin, Jess, Sherry, Elizabeth, Karen, and Janet. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so glad you're joining me on this challenge, and I hope that you have a wonderful success. And like I said, even if this takes you 100 days, takes you a year to do 100 days, it's the process of developing a habit, and it takes a while to get that process. Hopefully it'll take you like 3 or 4 months, but it happens. So just keep checking it off and notice those points where it starts to get hard to commit to it. And I think that starts to point out our natural sort of times where we sort of fall off the bandwagon of other things we try to do, right? If it's like 6 weeks in, or if it's 2 weeks in. And so that's kind of can help us sort of move through that, where we would normally tend to fall off with our enthusiasm on other projects like working out, or I don't know, whatever you want to do in your life. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, cool. Nice. Sarah's got her sheet. If you got your sheet, you can give me a thumbs up. I love comments. Just write tons of comments, because it makes me feel like we're together, and I'm super happy about it. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I have all of those people. We're a team, right? We're all working together. If you haven't donated yet, please make a donation to me. It just helps me, because as a musician in the wintertime, it's always hard, but it's also extra hard because I don't have any gigs. Like for 2021, I have like 4 shows the whole year right now. So really this is how I'm helping to pay my bills. It's also, I feel like there's an energetic exchange, right? I'm giving my time. So if you can give anything, so if you feel like you have a really tight budget, you can make a small donation and that's fine. You can do a one time, or you can do like, I just want to do a little a month, whatever feels good to you. So the donation information, hi Elizabeth, welcome, nice. And Jess is getting her printed sheet right now, good. So please make a donation. The places you can donate are on Facebook. You can donate me via PayPal, and I'll include my PayPal information in the comments. So you can see that later, but it's just my email, which is DEDES as in Sam, DRUM, Deedee's Drum at gmail.com. Or you can Venmo me at Deedee Alder. But please put any donation that feels comfortable for you, that you feel is a value to you, you know, like this class value is a value. Does that make sense? The value that you get from this class. Okay, nice. Cool. That's the donation. I do ask everyone donate something because it's an energetic exchange. I'm giving, we're giving, we're both giving. If you can't, then you can just, that's okay. You know, if you can't do it at all, it's fine. I still want you here because this is for your development, okay? I want everybody to be able to move. So on to the juicy stuff. So this is your theme for the week. So every time I come on, eventually I'll have less announcements, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. But every time I come on, I'll give you like a new juicy idea for the week to focus on. Some of these things you might feel like you have in the bag, like you've already got it down. So if that happens, then you just be like, oh, how can I maybe improve it a little bit? And then you can just keep on with your regular practice. But some of these things might be like, whoa, I've never thought of that before. I've never done that before. So those are the things you might have to put a few extra minutes on your practice to sort, or a special time, or dedicate one whole practice to doing this one thing that I ask. So for this week, the new thing I want you to think about is setting up your space. So let's think about this, and actually write this in the comments for a second. Just write in where you practice and how easily accessible your instruments are, and how easily accessible is your material you're working with, whether it's a book or it's online stuff. Like, how easy do you feel like you get that? And then the last thing, so I forgot the questions I just asked, but you got them, right? Hopefully. How's your practice space? How easily accessible are your instruments and your music? And then the final thing is like, how do you feel in your practice space? Does it feel chaotic? Does it feel like people are walking through all the time? Does it feel really serene and peaceful? Does it feel cluttered? Or does it feel like all your instruments are super dusty because you never play them? So just give me like a description of what your practice space is like. Go ahead now, or when you can. And then what I'd like us to do this week, I'm going to give you a little tour of my practice space. So this is behind me is my practice space. And you can see I have my marimba there. I have my sacred drum. Okay, I have some microphones that when I do recording are kind of set up and they're pretty easy to just pull out. And then I also have around me in this room, which I can't really show you very well, but I also have sort of my altar. So I have some little things that are meaningful to me. My little bowl, I light candles when I practice sometimes, and I light incense so it smells good. Not every time, but when I sort of feel like I need that extra peaceful serenity. Because when we practice, we are challenging ourselves, right? We're going to be pushing ourselves to learn something new. It can get frustrating. It can be challenging to sort of address your weaknesses every day with occasional days off. And so it's really nice to kind of have your practice space be as peaceful as possible, even if it is in like a busier part of your home. It's nice to have your instruments readily available so that if you feel inspired, you walk by and you just want to play. It's not your like practice time. You can just like grab them, play a little bit, and then put them back. And if you do that, that counts as your practice time. Just so you know, if there's like a day that's too busy and you're like, I got 5 minutes, I'm doing it, okay? You notice that my instrument is out, my mallets are out, and underneath you can't see, but I have just like a stack of my music books so that I can just get to them. I have a music stand that's folded up, but I put it out, I pull everything out. So that's your challenge or your thought for this week, is to set up your practice space in a way that feels wonderful to you, okay? And that you can have candles, you can do whatever, it can be by a window, but also a place that you don't feel shy about playing and exploring. If you're singing and you feel like your family's listening, then that's probably not the best space to have your practice place. You want to feel a little cocooned in, unless you just love jamming with who is ever there, and then, know yourself, okay? The other thing this week we're going to continue your regular practice time that you set up last week. So that's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Don't go over 30 minutes, okay? I'm giving you that cap because I don't want you to hurt yourself. Later in next week, you can go a little longer if you're feeling it. But this week, I feel like people get really excited and then they practice too much and they end up injuring their hand or their muscles because they're not used to it. The other thing, oh yes, and also in your practice space, because my notes are scattered all over the place, it says put something beautiful in your practice space, something that inspires you, a picture, a plant, a candle, whatever you like, but just put something in there so it feels special when you go there. And then have if you share, the other thing is if you have a shared space, I want you to, if you can't leave your instruments out because they'll get destroyed by some small person in your family or whatever your situation is, just make sure that you have them tucked away in a place that you don't have to like unpile a bunch of things on top of them. So they're in their case, but you can access it by just opening your case, or they're up on a shelf, but you can pull them down pretty easily. So Kathy, thanks for responding. I can't wait to see other people's responses about their practice spaces. And if you don't have a practice space, you can just write, I don't really have one yet, but I will later. So you can update me later. And then the only other things I want to address are if you guys have any questions about how to practice or things that you've always wondered about setting up a regular practice routine, or how to find things to practice, please write those in the comments because I won't address them this week, but I will include that in sort of the material as I check in every 7 days on this journey. So write down any questions that come to you that you'd like me to address in the future. And the final thing is that I have some classes I want to tell you about. If you are a drummer or want to study with me more, I've got some classes coming up. I will post them in the comments, so I'm not going to go too in depth with them right now, but I'm teaching an Arabic rhythms and development class. It's an online class, and it's starting on Wednesday, February 17th, and I'll have all the sign-up information in the comments. And that's a 4-week class with some bonus introduction to how to play the basic techniques on the drum. Make sure if you sign up for the class, you watch those videos of the basic techniques before the first class, because I'm going to dive right into the rhythms and then how to add variations. And I can spend a little time on technique, but I want to kind of have the basic strokes covered. And then people can ask questions. It's my daughter upstairs. The other thing is feel free to like and subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Also, Step Up Your Drumming on Facebook if you haven't joined that group. There's an entire archive of old videos. And then another class I'm teaching in person if you're in Michigan. I'm teaching a Rhythm Weavers, which is an ensemble-based class. at High Yourself Bookstore starting in March. There's only 9 spots available because of the COVID restrictions on group size, so to keep us safe. So check that out, or ask me if you want to come to Traverse City 3 times, and then it's also online for 2 classes. And I'm also going to be teaching in the summer sort of a Sacred Bee and tambourine class, and that's going to be starting in May, and I'll have more info. So that's all. Thank you so much. Feel free, please finish those comments about your practice space, and send a donation my way if you haven't done that yet. And that's all for today. I'll see you guys in 7 days. So I'm posting live every Monday, but I want you to watch this video. Oh, there is one more thing. I want you to watch this video when you've completed 7 days. When you do watch this video and you have completed 7 days of practice, I want you to write the date in the comments. And what that's going to do is it's just going to allow me to make sure I kind of know where everyone's at. And we can all go at separate paces. That's completely fine. But make sure you come on, write the date you completed your 7 days, and watch this video. So that way I make sure I see all of you and I'm keeping track. So, all right, that's all for now. I'm going to go off, and then I will check your comments and communicate with you, and I'll be in communication throughout the week. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you for doing this challenge. You can do it. You're going to do it. And you're rocking. All right. Bye-bye.